Another day living the dream. Blah blah blah. Blah 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 blah. Imperial Stout. Imperial Coffee Stout. And something I can fully understand is 9.5%. This is the last thing to look at from Heavy 67. Man's crazy, and I prefer it like that. Just gonna move that right now. I'm gonna open this with the 50 cal. Sir, I'm not sure if you've had a chance to try this one or not, but it all sounds good. Ooh. Alrighty, here we go. Oh yeah, that is some mud right there. And it's really up against itself on this one. We are not using a flavor enhancing glass. No cheating happening here. Well, Lord knows if there's any carbonation going on in there. It's probably would pass the flashlight test. We're getting some good head. And it's looking like a milkshake. And again, appreciate the positive comments, and it's the exception of my Hollow Point. It's overall just a good group over here. Yep, it's definitely your typical stout. Very earthy. Got the coffee in there, but truth is, who cares how it smells? I tell ya, Heavy 67, if you weren't literally in another country, right continent, but wrong country, you would make a good wingman. It's up front. You get a nice, like, roasted malts, and you can almost pick the cocoa out ahead of the coffee, and then you get a nice coffee taste. And what's left behind is just kind of like you just got done drinking a nice strong espresso. Wow. It just lines the inside of your mouth with just a really nice coffee taste. If you're a coffee lover and a beer lover, then this might be your breakfast. I tell you, they do an outstanding job hiding all that alcohol in there. A lot of times, man, you go over like 6%, and you can really have that gum up the works. Sometimes, I know this is going to come as a shock to some of you, sometimes I think I would give some things just a little higher rating to not quite have as heavy of a alcohol hit as some of them have. Like yesterday, the piney, that's a heavy hitter at 8%. If that was maybe mellowed out a little bit more, that that is a 9.5 beer, and maybe I should have given that a 9. You know, the more I think about it, there's a few of them maybe I'm being just a little too uppity and generate that 10, but it's kind of like, it's almost like you don't realize how good some of these brews are until you switch back to, you know, like for instance, my daily drink, you know, my bar bitch over there, Bush. It's, you know, you start to do a week's worth of these, and you're treating yourself to like the bent paddle and lion stout and a few of those, and then you switch back and it's just kind of like, oh man, it's hard to, it's like beer lag. Yeah, I've got to say, if I went back, there'd probably be a few that I would maybe even up the ante a little bit. But ooh, that piney snoring desert pepper, whew, that was some good beer. Like I said, I gotta figure out how widespread bent paddle is shipping. Kind of like thinking about some kind of a, I don't even know what you do on a beer channel for having some kind of a giveaway. You know, when I give away an AR-15, I expect to see a full out, you know, video of why you deserve something like that. But it's just like, you know, what could we maybe do if I could put a care package together? That bent paddle would definitely be in there. I'm gonna have to do a review on that, but that's one that's got all of the things I really like. Heavy hops, hit, good alcohol percent, and you could, and I have, you know, drank that all day long. Whew, this is good. I'm not stalling. This isn't sipping because it's bothering me. This is like, God, this is. You don't want it to be done. They really, for the coffee stouts, it's definitely, you definitely know that the coffee is there, but it's amongst the nice roasted malts and stuff. It's not just like wham, it's coffee. You know, it's just like, this is a good damn beer that has a good coffee flavor to it. It's not like someone just gave you coffee that was beer. You know, this is. Funny coffee story. This will turn into it possibly could turn into a 30-minute video. And just start rambling and don't want to stop. Last Saturday I had a bunch of stuff to do as far as the video go, and had comments and stuff, and wanted just to be up and going, and decided that since I was up early, I would make sure that Ms. Bomey had some coffee, and I bounce around on a few different, but right now I mostly get Highlander grog from a company called Alicaf. And I always get the beans, and I have a burr mill grinder, not the spinny icebreaker like style one. You got to have the burr mill. It extracts the most of the coffee without bruising the bean. And I don't know, I was like answering comments. I got both the laptops fired up, and I got the brew review on one and the eBomi on the other, and I'm looking at stuff and checking out some of you guys' videos, and it's like I slid it over, and our coffee maker will do 12 cups, and I set it to 12 and ran the water, and Ms. Bomi won't drink any water unless it goes through another filter, even though, you know, our filtration is probably pretty damn good here. And so I got the filtered water, and I dump it in the coffee maker, and I grind the beans, and I put the filter in, and flip the button on, and maybe 40 minutes later, she gets up and comes downstairs, and she saw the coffee maker was on. She goes, "Oh, you made coffee?" I'm like, "Yeah, that's the way I roll." Grabs her cup, pulls out the craft, and it's like, she goes, "Did you forget something?" And I'm looking, and it's like, "Yeah, I forgot to put the coffee in the filter." She had 12 cups of hot water. I tried. Okay. Seriously, not to get all nostalgic or anything like that. This is actually the first beer of the day. Weird. But yeah, it's really really enjoy the interaction with you guys. It's like, you know, like pretty much the same group every single time. Don't got any douche nozzle trolls here, and being that you guys are all connoisseurs of the beer, I actually fear the day that someone's stupid enough to leave a dumb question, because I probably won't have to do anything but sit back and laugh. But no, just want to say, really, really appreciate you guys and the interaction, and shit like this from Heffy 67. It's like, I look at it as a huge honor that someone actually is proud enough of picking out some brews and sending them on down. You know, it's like, for the most part, it's like you guys are in one of two different categories. Either you've really, it's like you've really had these brews and you love them, and you're just like, oh, I want to know what someone else thinks of them. Because I do the same thing. I'll buy something if I know some guys are coming over that really appreciate beer. Or you just find the absolutely most ridiculous stuff, and either way, it makes for good video, and I appreciate it. So cheers to all of you guys that make this a truly great experience. I almost fear the day that this channel grows. I've I don't know if you noticed, but you know, pretty much, almost for the most part, stopped even promoting it over on the other channel. It's kind of like, it's like, keep the family together, and we don't want to invite any of the rest of those goofballs. Okay, so we've already gone too long. So Ray's been out for the last 5 minutes, and Alex has got the revolver, and he's probably got 2 in the cylinder. Be over! Okay, so most of it's in French. It's a extra strong stout brewed with coffee, and it's an awesome stout, and the coffee is just right in there. Yeah, it's definitely got to be a little bit of cocoa or something in there, but those roasted malts and the coffee done just right. I wouldn't want any less, and I definitely appreciate that it doesn't have any more. We're going to throw this on the E scale. I think as far as these go, I'm probably going to give this also I'll give it a solid 8. You know, I gotta loosen up. I gotta let you guys know on the stuff that it's like truly outstanding. And God, there's just been so many truly outstandings. I mean, I wasn't kidding. That's a kick-ass bottle, man. I'm saving that one from the Optical Illusion. That was, not only was that an awesome beer, but I really like the way that bottle looks. So we're not gonna go crazy. Let's just call this done. It's the last of the brews from Heffy 67. Loved that. That was really good. Sonic just fell over. See that? Little lazy little bastard. I suppose, you know, it probably doesn't help that his feet weigh a half an ounce and his head weighs 372 pounds. What are we going to look at next? Only because I'm an impatient little 2-year-old, yep, there's something that my hollow point can thoroughly agree on. And if he comments on it, that means he made it this far into the video. Sonoran Desert Prepper sent this, and I think it's going to be a zesty chocolate sombrero, Mexican style chocolate stout. I don't want to wait any longer. This is up deck, up on deck. You know, it was really a tough call. It was the hell did I do? Throw them out? It was either this or those. Oh, buried. It was this French wheat beer. I don't know. It was a tough call. So tomorrow, if I'm able to, but the next thing we're looking at is going to be Clown Shoes Chocolate Sombrero. And this is 9% by volume. And there's a big bottle. They should be legally required that your beer come in at least this size, and you're not able to adjust the price. So that's what I would do. You vote me. Don't vote for that loser Jacubation. You vote me president, and beer prices stay the same across the board and double in quantity. That's what I'm going for right there. So there you go. If you're 67, you are the beer man. I have to go back and check, but I don't think I don't think you sent a single thing that didn't shoot the E scale right up there. So I very much appreciate it, my friend. And do I have anything else for you guys? No, but I found a lead. An old friend of mine just ran across him up at the mall. I hate the mall. The mall's like, never mind. I'll refrain from the analogy I was about to use. Ran across an old friend of mine, and he turned me on to a place that I know down in Ashland, Wisconsin. So you too might be able to look it up. I can't remember the name of the place. I'm gonna look it up. And evidently they do online orders, and he called down there and said like 22. Oh yeah, we got 22. Oh really? Any restrictions? No. How much do you want? And he said the price was what it was supposed to be. So sounds like they've got ammo across the board, so that's a good thing. Oh, and I also found out today my 454 Casul dies came in, so reloading means I better make some empties. Yeah, that would be nice. Okay, guys. If you see this and you're able to get this, which, yeah, good luck for me getting this, recommend it. An 8. 888, it's a date. We'll see you guys probably tomorrow. Hopefully tomorrow. Later.